The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I once was at a simcha, and there was a very wealthy Yid. The guy became fabulously wealthy. He created a machine that was needed all over the world. It was the only machine of its kind in the world. It's very unusual. I was standing at a simcha and I met him. I said, my friend, tell me, can I ask you a question? You don't have to answer me, I'm just curious. What does the machine cost you to produce? He said, honestly, $10,000. I said, how much do you sell the machine for? He said, $375. I said, how many machines do you sell? He said, I could sell till time immemorial. As long as the time is running, I can sell machines. So I said, wow, that's impressive. I told him, can I ask you, how are you with your tzedakahs? He says, I can't stand it. They bother me by day. They bother me by night. I come home late by night. Now wait by my door. So I told him, I called him first time. I said, you're such about tzedakah. So there was a man standing next to him. I said, who are you? He said, I'm his accountant. I said, would you say he gives like 50% of his income to tzedakah? No. I said, would you say he gives 40%? No. Does he give 30%? Does he give 20%? I see the gvir looking at the accountant like, no, I don't give 20%. No. He says, does he give 15%? No. Does he give 10%? No. Do you give 5%? I was sure he was going to say yes. He said no. I said, what does he give? He said, between 1.5% and 2%. I said, that's disgusting. I mean, the guy has he bought himself yachts. I mean, the guy bought himself, he started living the life like of a super Russian oligarch. You know, the guy decided he was. But to get stuck like a piker. He's a pauper. He wasn't Zeich. He's a mamish, a pauper. He has no schus. Men just know that. A lot of these gvirim, no schus whatsoever. All you have is a schus, and you see this schlepper younger man giving his meiser or his chaimish, kahayin, and he's taking to come to Shemayim. They're going to say, wow, on that salary you gave meiser and chaimish? Religiously? Wow. That means if it wouldn't give you more, you would have got more. You wouldn't give him more. You're going to get schus some more too. Yisroel Galinsky said that he was once in jail. And in the jail there was a rich guy. And this rich guy, who was a famous gvir, told Rabbi Yankiv that he's very upset at the Panovich Rav. Very upset at the Panovich Rav. So he said, why? What did Panovich Rav do to you? He's the nicest man around. He said he used to visit me in my house to collect money. And I gave him a nice check. And he thanked me profusely. And he left. I'm mamish angry at him. Why didn't he force me to give more? He was mamish ticked off. He said he should have taken a gun and put it to my head and should have said, you better cough it up or else. See, that's exactly what happened to me. The communists came into my house. The communists said, now it's communism, everything belongs to the government. He said, not over my dead body. They pulled out a gun, and so we'll be happy to accommodate you. So he gave him all his wealth, and he ended up nothing. They threw him into jail. Because he didn't give him a leif shalom. Yeah. He said, all my toil of mine and my forefathers and my family went straight into the pockets of Stalin. Years later, Yisroel Galinsky was in Eretz Yisrael. And he bumps into the Panovich Rav. And he tells him, I met a man in jail who was very angry at you. And he tells him the whole story, why he was angry. He said, I remember this, he says. He says, every time I asked him for money, he would tell me, if I'm going to give you what you're asking me for, I'm going to be left with nothing. But I'm going to give you a nice check. I can't give you what you're asking for because, I told him, Adarab. I used to say to him, Adarab, whatever you'll give me, that's the only thing that's going to remain with you. And he smiled at me. Part of a tref. That's what a person has to know.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org